Earlier this week, we heard the news from the league that they've put a date for the opening weekend of the season and when we can start playing pre-season games. So December looks like the start of the season.
There was an incredible amount of hurdles, and we still probably have a number to go, that the league and the individual teams have to get past in order to get to this point. I think it's significant now that we certainly have a date we're shooting towards. Now, when we do speak to players, they have an idea of start date, how long our season is going to be, when it's going to run to. Because although you speak to a number of guys and a whole bunch of players, these are the questions, some of the first questions that come up. And now that we have that, it certainly probably puts, a lot of players' minds at ease that, yes, we're looking to have a season and these are going to be our start dates.
I mean, how confident are you that we are going to get to start in December?
I mean, I wish I had that crystal ball.
Yeah.
Certainly in Fife here, as far as, let's say, my family's been concerned, we've been incredibly fortunate. We really haven't been touched by it. And I think moving forward, there's still an incredible amount of hurdles that we have to get across as far as getting people safely into a building, having a league and team protocol for any potential outbreaks. And these are big issues with big implications. If a team happens to have an outbreak right at the beginning or in the middle of the season and they can't meet their dates for some of these teams that go week to week, there'll be a lot of nervous people at that time. But we're all moving in the right direction, and I know there's a lot of people out there hungry to get back to normality.
Absolutely. Slightly shortened season as well, so I think it works out as about 5 months. It makes every single game that's going to come up even more important. You can't have sort of nights off. You can't have sort of down spells, really.
Well, no, and that was, we've really charted out the last 6 seasons, and just going on the statistics, see where your highs and lows happen, and we have been susceptible to that in the past, and this year was, one that we don't want to dwell on too much because it was painful. But yes, I mean, there's a reason why teams like the Cardiff Devils are generally on top of the league standings, is because they don't have these lulls. They bounce back very quickly, and that's something as a team and an organization that we're going to have to look to emulate some of those characteristics if we do want to challenge.
In terms of other signings, how close do you feel you are to other Brits and other imports at the moment?
Well, I certainly with Brits, I've spoken to them all, and there's a lot of positive feedback there. So I think that hopefully we can get out that information quite quickly. I know that everybody's probably hungry for signing news. As far as imports go, I with this announcement that the league came out with and that we've come out with, I think this is a positive step forward. I have a number of guys who are interested. Probably one of their biggest fears was that they were going to pass on a job where other leagues in Europe have announced that they're going forward and their dates, and Britain just was really kind of in that holding pattern, and it's difficult for a player to commit to something that they're not sure it's going to go ahead. So the guys that were asking those questions, there's no reason why we wouldn't have these things wrapped up very quickly.
Brilliant. Hopefully we're back talking about new players soon, but for now, thanks very much.